Hey, thanks for coming out tonight. You know, I've been fortunate. This is a microphone, if you're looking at me funny. So I'll pass this on. What I want to do tonight is, I think when you get a new coaching staff, you know, it's important that you do a couple of things pretty early on, and one is to go ahead and just build a trust. You know, me and Simon played together, but it was 20 years ago. Obviously, Mike Kelly on board, and so initially what I did was I asked the club, you know, can I take these guys away? And so fortunate enough, the club said yes, and so we went on a 12-day tour of the US. We planned it rough. We lived a little bit rough, which sometimes you guys might not think about Melbourne United. Oh, they got some money, you guys be flashing around, but we did it kind of rough. And, you know, got up at 4 o'clock in the morning and could catch flights, you know, stayed in small hotel rooms, and we hung around the D-League, you know, which is not so glamorous. But these guys were outstanding. You know, the Melbourne United's road record hasn't been so good over the past few years. It certainly had nothing to do with the coaches making excuses on the road. You know, they were wonderful. And so we went over there, we built a trust, we got to just spend 12 days talking about basketball philosophy, meeting D-League coaches, watching games, and it was just a really good start for us. But now, as we get back into it, what I'm asking of these coaches is that we got to gel in everything that we do right now, and to sit in a coaches meeting and tell them how I want something done isn't just going to get it done the first time. They're going to have to learn a little bit about how I do things, and I'm going to have to learn a little bit how they do things. So when I saw the opportunity, or was invited to come and do this clinic, it was about, all right, we're all in. All the coaches, Mike Kelly's obviously over in the World Uni Games right now, you know, getting better as a coach and going through that tournament situation, which is exactly the same as an Olympics, and how you prepare for that. We're here in pre-season right now. Justin's just come on board with us as a development coach, and so again, we bring a new piece in as well, which is probably the newest coaching staff of anybody in the league. So our ability to gel together, get on the same page is pretty important, and tonight's a part of it. The topic of tonight was about defensive principles and how to teach it. And so we broke that down into 3 parts. Justin's working on defending penetration. Simon's working on dealing with the post up and how we defend the post. And then I'm going to have a go at talking about middle on ball. All right, so again, as the clinics go through, you know, they're going to be pretty quick hits, you know, 20, 25 minute kind of hits. So we'll give you as much as we can in that time. We'll take some questions straight after it, and then we'll move on to the next topic. All right, here we go. Justin Schuler. Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so as Dean said, my section's on defending penetration. And some of you may know, you may not know, like my main roles with Basketball Victoria in the high performance area. I'm also head coach of the under 17 men with our junior national team. So the reason I bring that up is we would teach defending penetration at any level the same way. What I need you guys to start off with is pair up, 1 ball between 2, and kind of make some space to your audience. So drama class right now, try not to have your back, kind of try and be facing each other this way. Can I have you 2 up to start this part off? So 1 ball between 2. We're going to rapid build up, and then you'll hopefully see the progression as we go. You guys will find some space afterwards in a moment. The thing we're going to work on to start off with is what we call touch distance. So whenever we're defending penetration, first rule of thumb on getting onto a closeout, hand above ball. Got to take the shot away. So part of this element is just getting the athlete used to maintaining touch on the ball and having a hand above the ball. So I want you in a defensive stance, hand above ball. The other part that we're working on right now is what we call square to basket. So we're not impeding the athlete one way or the other. We just square off to the basket, and you're going to keep your tail to the rim as much as you can. What's your name? Jordan. Jordan is going to hold the ball at chest height here, and he's just going to move forwards, backwards, side to side. You're going to be as much of a pain as you can. You're trying to maintain touch that whole time, a touch distance. Yeah. And what we mean by touch distance is that my arm is straight out. So the second I bend my elbow, often offense is going to have an advantage at that moment in time. So maintaining touch, staying in my stance, square to the rim. Reckon you can get that done?
Yeah.
All right, let's have a look. Go, move. All right, freeze. Next two up. Let's go. Straight into it. Out to the wing. Get some going out on that wing as well. Let's go. So maintaining touch, square to the basket. Let's go. Just pair up and get it done. 5-second hits. Keep your arms straight. Maintain touch. All right, rotate. Good. Keep your stance square. Keep the stance square. Yep, next. All right, not too bad. Okay, so yep, next two up. You guys can roll through this as we go. So again, you can see as they're kind of going along, that elbow starts coming in. The better as the athlete goes, the more they're going to be able to adjust that stance the entire time. It's really tough to retreat and then crawl back in. But that's kind of what we want to be able to maintain, is constant ball pressure and the hand being above the ball. The next component to this now, we're going to add what we call chest blows. So our rule of thumb is when the ball is stationary and still, we're mirroring the ball. We're keeping hands active. We're trying to be as disruptive with our hands as possible. On the closeout, we've spoken about that. So what's your name?
Lockie.
Lockie's going to start with a foot on inside the key. And when we say go, he's just going to close out, square off his stance, hand above ball. All right, that's your first job. Ready? Go. Excellent. So what our first part is hand above ball. Now you're going to be mirroring the ball because it's stationary. Our next part we say though is if, your name?
Ned.
If Ned goes, let's say he goes to the middle and I've closed out. Slow down, I'm an elite athlete, but slow down. All right, my hand's above ball. Now you're going to go on the move. My job is to get big and wide, and I'm going to try and meet you with a chest blow and separate and hold that position. Can you add that, Lockie? Yeah. All right, here we go. Let's have a look. Go. All right, now I want you to just go at him, run at him, and try and hit his chest. Go again for me. Go. All right, we're almost there. Let's get you guys set up, rotate through again. So we're going to try and get this done as the closeout goes. You don't have to dribble. I just want you to run into a spot. You've got to beat me and hit me with your chest. Same deal that side. Let's see if we can get some reps and see how we go. Ready? Go. Good. Yep, rotate through. Just hit it with the chest and separate back. Good. Hands out on the movement. That's good. Good. Really good job here. All right, now stop there. Coaches, what are we missing? Communication. Athletes always know it because we're terrible at it. All right, so from the time we get our foot in that circle, in the keyway, it's hand above ball and I'm calling ball. I've got to let my teammates know what's going on. All right, now as you go, I'm just going to try and get her and hit it and then separate back. All right, let's see if we can get a couple more of these. Get your voices going.
Whoa!
Good. Here we go, quick reps. Really good. All right, freeze it there. Where's my little man that's really good at this? Is that you? That's you. Come back out to here for me. You two come out. Just on a demo point. We started off talking about touch distance. We're now talking about chest blows. We're trying to combine the two on this. So now as you close out, what's your name? Dale and Sam. I can remember that. So Sam's closing out. Now our rule is we don't want to give it towards the middle. So I'd prefer your inside hand to come get that on the closeout, so now he's going away, but that's okay. As the movement goes and you now come take up his space and chest blow it, you want to then be able to get back to that touch distance and keep your hand above ball. We're always trying to take the shot away. All right, you get to now mess with him though. All right, you get to go one way, and then we want you to change as quick as you can the other direction. You've got to try and cut him off, get back in front, hit a chest blow, then get back to touch distance. I believe in you, Sam. Let's go. Oh, good. Pretty good. All right, let's get through that now. Not too bad. Don't be afraid to hit each other. It's okay. Talk. Come on, Cobras. Pretty good. Pretty good, Sam. Good job. All right, and hold there. So coaches, what are we noticing? Throw it out there. Is it natural for him? No? Yes? The natural movement for any athlete, especially at this age, is going to be the second movement goes, that we want to get two hands in and touch it. Internationally, two hands on, automatic foul. Ramming into the wall with your chest, no foul. So what we're trying to get is that mentality that we can impede dribble play, we can take away the opportunity to penetrate purely by steering with our chest. Right, so now what I want you guys to do is make it game light. You've now got to keep him outside the key. All right, so the exact same thing. You're going to close out, hand above ball. Now you're dribbling, and I'm still on movement. I'm trying to get wide and big, keep you out of the paint. Now you get to change direction. Go again. I'm trying to keep you out of the paint. All right, so see if you can get it done for 3 times. Ready? Go. Keep him out of the paint. Good. Chest closed. Good. Be aggressive. Rotate through. Too bad. Hands out. Be big and wide. Good. Hit him with your chest. Hit him with your chest. Keep him out of the paint. Good. Now we're getting a little bit better. Good. One more. All right. Are we aggressive right now? No, we're not, but that's okay. We're getting the idea. Hopefully we can see where we're trying to go with it. Last part, you two are up. So now we're going to add, so we're starting off, hand above ball. We're taking away the shot. So now we're telling them they have to be able to penetrate. On penetration, we get them wide and big. We're hitting them with our chest. We're being as physical as we can without fouling. Now on a ball pickup, you're going to just pivot, whichever way you want. Do whatever you want. And what we're going to do is do what we call walling up. So now as you pivot, I'm just going to get my chest into you as much as I can, but I'm just going to get you off balance. All right, got that? So you're going to go, he's going to close out, you're going to attack middle, attack baseline, pick up the ball, give me 2-3 pivots, you're walling up. Let's have a look. Use that massive chest of yours, get into him. Here we go, let's roll through. Don't be afraid to hit him. Come on, little man, get into him. Wall up, wall up, wall up. Let's get vocal. Ball. Wall. Good. Good, love it. Good, get in him. Good. Good, I like it, good job. Wall up on him, wall up on him. Good. Now we're getting there. Keep rolling, guys. Let's go. Try and get you warm. Good, good. Good. Couple more. One more each. Good. All right, hold there. All right, good job. Give them a clap. They haven't seen that stuff before. Before I jump into contesting shots and contesting drive, any questions on that? I know I'm like smashing through. Taught it that well, huh? Brilliant. One of the things to really notice, like when you're, I guess, watching higher level or older athletes, is just how many hits they can make and stop penetration. The best defenders going around, like I coach Joe and Odygy in the Siebel League, like he's phenomenal at beating a player to a spot, hitting them with a chest, and then they're done. A lot of times they'll pick up the ball and go with it. All right, so being able to teach it, especially at this age, that ability to just impede the path by getting big, getting wide, and using a physical capability of their chest, all right, really can help defend this area. And you know, it's a game of opposites. Offensively, every level, we're trying to get 2 feet in the paint. So defensively, if we're keeping them out of the paint, that battle's won. Next part is not fouling on drives. All right, so I'm sure you all coach differing levels where drive's going to come in, we do a really good job, we're steering them out of court, but then we come down and hack on it, and now the play phase, we put them to the line, it's 3 points. There's 2 parts to this I want you to think about tonight. In my systems, we teach push points. So we close out square to basket, so we're squaring off, we're not telling them which way they're going. But what my mindset is I want to send that ball down to this shitty netball circle baseline point. All right, so that push point or split line center circle. The idea on that is being able to maintain my low shoulder to that spot. That's how I don't open the gate. So a lot of athletes will come out, really good closeout, take away the shot, but then they're dropping and now we've given up that lane. So now we're relying on a contest from the weak side, which we're going to build on. The main part is that they can come out, close out, and maintain that shoulder to a push point. So if we're keeping them out of the middle and they're going down there, it's about being big, but my low shoulders to that spot. If we say they're a pretty poor right-hand dribbler, and we're going to force them to their weak hand, that's fine. But now my shoulder stays to that push point, and that's where I'm going to. All right? Let's say, though, that they've been able to go a straight line drive. I want you to start straddling either side there. All right? What's your name? Eric, can you dunk? No. Okay. It's a layup drill then. All right? Not a dunk drill, it's a layup drill. On whenever you want to go, and if I can have ball carriers behind this side, defenders down on the baseline that side, we'll roll through. Whenever the ball carrier wants to go, you're just going to come in as quick as you can and go get a layup for yourself. If you can dunk, go for a dunk. Your job is to contest that shot with 2 hands without fouling. All right, we're just going to have a little bit of organised chaos to start, and then we'll coach it from there. Let's have a look. Let's go. Let's go. 2 hands up on it. Stop there. That's back to the start, yeah? All right. So do we have any referees in the room? Okay, I don't understand what one of them is a foul and what one's not. So what we're going to do is give the athletes a little bit of assistance to be able to avoid that contact point, because generally the second there's a contact on a layup, that becomes a 50-50 call. So what we're trying to do now is reduce the percentage chance of the shot going in. 1 hand up, they say 5% the shot drops. 2 hands up, 10%. In my world, I think that's pretty good when that's a 90% shot. So if we get 2 hands on the contest, we're in great shape. As the drive comes, what we want to be able to do is get up off the ground and just contest that shot without making contact. All right, so if I'm up in the air and he jumps into me, that's different, but I'm just trying to get up and just contest that and make him be as uncomfortable on that layup as possible. Can you get that done for me? All right, let's have a look. Missed layup, here we go. Prove my point, great job. It's all right, let's go shift that ball, make sure no one's killing themselves. Good, let's go. All right, hold there. Is that our first make? Yeah? So that's just proving my point beautifully. You're all saying it's because it's on the left-hand side. It's not that. It's the ability to just come in and contest. Same mentality as just taking a hand above ball and putting that doubt in mind of a shooter. It's the same deal on here. If I just come up and go one hand and try and send it out, 9 times out of 10 they're going to be able to adjust and shift the ball and be able to get an uncontested look off. 2 hands, we're just impeding that chance to go straight to the rim. If we change the angle now though, so let's put you up the top. Just blue line, yellow line, yeah, that's pretty good here. You guys up here on the elbow. It's the same mentality, different angle. Breaks occurring, your job's always to try and get ahead of defense. Your job's to try and get ahead of offense, but as you come in, you've got a clear lane path. And what we want to do is just come and make you have to shoot as contested a shot away from the rim. So if he gets a straight line drive on it, he's going to have the advantage. You just got to try and steer him out. Ready? Go. Pretty good finish. 2 hands on the contest. Get off the ground and contest. Good. One more. All right, good job. Give these guys a hand, that's my part done. Grab a spot to the side. You guys are done, you can get out of the way of the audience now so they can hear me talk. Good job, boys. A lot of that stuff comes from our recent Boomers campaign. Some stuff that, from an international perspective, we've learned over the last few campaigns, the importance of being able to impede penetration through physical contact and the ability to force contested shots. Conversely, flip that the other way from a junior perspective, which the majority of you guys are involved with, contested finishes are the weakest skill we have as a nation. When you look at like the emerging teams that are away at the minute, contested finishes are probably the biggest point that we struggle with. So even though we're talking about contesting 2 hands, we've got a defensive focus, flip it, it's also going to help your offense at the same time. The game's about 3 points, taking away points in transition, keeping them off the foul line, forcing long contested shots. Hopefully those drills, if you can implement them in a weekly environment, are going to help that case over the course of time. Any questions? On to the next. Thank you.
One of the little documents that I've tried to put together for our teams over the last 4 or 5 years. Well, firstly, my first year as head coach in New Zealand, in our review, one of the questions I asked the players was what was our identity this year, and for pretty much every player there was a hesitation, and that's something I never wanted to happen again. And I'm sure it's the same with you guys. It's about who do you want to be as a team? What's your, if you come up with a little trademark, but what are the behaviours and what are the aspects of the game that you really want to be good at? And so since that time, I've really tried to create an identity document, and it might be 3 or 4 points about the things that you want to live by, the things that you accept, both on and off the court. And so I had about 5 points in our document, and I presented one to the boys the other day about wanting to be the best defensive team in the league, and that was always a goal of mine. In New Zealand, you can always challenge it, but there's some metrics that say you were the best defensive team, there's some metrics that say someone else was the better defensive team. But what we come up with, and the question for Dave Barlow was, I'm not sure if I like how we measure the best defensive team in the league. And so we went away. I've got an intern right now who is a bit of a stats freak. He's a Melbourne Uni kid, and he's just coming to practice, and give him little projects. And one of my projects in the off season was, John, go and do a scout on every NBA team in the league, and then I want you to come up with what do you believe are the metrics that we can identify to be the best defensive team. And then we'll talk about the offensive side later on. But what we end up coming back with was, how good are you in screening defense? And so again, how well do you deal with on-ball screens? How well you go with contesting shots? And then we've got to deflections right now. So they're the 3 things that we're really going to, base how good a defensive team we are. All right. Obviously, pace adjusted, and there's a million things about how you do that with possessions. But they're the 3 things. And as we started to chart our preseason games and look at contested shots, look at how we defend on balls, looking at our hand activity, and now we just got to continue to find ways in practice and in games to make sure that we measure those things really well. All right. Great having Justin on board as you get in the mid-40s and different things. It's nice to have young energy coming in with modern concepts and things that are going on new in the game, and we got a really balanced coaching staff coming in. Post defense, something that is disappearing a little bit from the modern day game, certainly from the NBA. It's hard when you think about, who's the best post player in the league? There's just not that many anymore that you can just throw it to at the block and go get a bucket or make a great decision. Most of it's coming out of on-ball dives, and then they'll post up a little bit, but there's limited moves down there. We're fortunate enough in New Zealand and here that we have Ty Wesley, and I still believe he's probably the best true post player in the league. Sometimes he'll over dribble it and have 4 or 5 dribbles where we hope we can get a move done in 2. But he's got an array of moves that's pretty tough to defend. Simon's going to teach you how to defend Ty Wesley during this little part.
Thanks, Steve. What do I do with this?
Just chuck it on your arm.
Okay. I've been talking about being in the mid-40s. As you said, we played together, so that puts me in the mid-40s too, and I'm feeling the cold. I don't know how you guys are doing, but I'm going to have to try and get athletic and physical to give some demonstrations with these kids, because I might need a little warm-up, but I think that's going to happen. Guys, one of the things when we're talking about defense, and Justin covered some things, and I'll expand on them as well, and Dean's just touched upon identity. One of the things that's required to be a good post defender, and it's something I think our players have talked about, is toughness. I think Melbourne United from the outside looking in has maybe not been regarded as the toughest unit out there. If you want to be a good post defender, that's one thing that you absolutely positively have to have in spades. You have to have that warrior mentality that you are ready to go and take care of your business. Nobody gets across your chest. Nobody gets in your real estate. And under no circumstances can you give an inch, and you're going to fight for every inch on the floor. The other thing that we need also with that mentality to go is stance and posture. Okay, and we talk about that on the perimeter. We're always talking about stance. We don't talk about it so much in the post, but it's just as important. After every training session, we're going through clips and we're looking at guys, and every now and then you see little clips of just a small thing. And one of the things when we played with Wisconsin the other day was Majuk, a young pivot for us, playing a really good guy in the post. The kid was 13 All-American Division 1 college last year, and he'll be, probably first 5 this year. And you just see Majuk play a really good defensive stanza and just inches his head just a little bit forward. Lost balance. This kid's crafty as all heck. As soon as he felt that guy, the Majuk, over the top of him, quickly just readjusted the offense, moved him up, and got a high-low out of it. Now, Majuk played 20 good seconds of defense, but that loss of balance, that loss of posture, let him down on that play. So one of the things we'll talk about tonight when we're talking post-defense, and I like to think it all over the floor at all times that you're in your stance, okay? I'm not a fan of Duke University, a bunch of preppy boys. However, they are very well coached and they're great athletes, and one of the things that they pride themselves on is their stance, on 40 minutes every possession, making sure that they are in stance. And I love the way they assess being out of stance. That's a request to come out. That's a request to the coaching staff for a sub if you come out of your stance. I think that's something that all junior coaches should take on board, because if you can keep your guys in stance where you're at your most athletic at all times, then you're going to be a formidable team. So we're going to talk about post-defense. Where's my rugged guys? I want the toughest kids out here. Put your hand up if you're tough. Put your hand up if you're tough. You like it rough. Come on, who likes some battle out there? You look like someone I could battle with. No, right here? No, you're a big guy. Come here. Come on. That's not the response we wanted, guys. Just put your hand up and say, yeah, that's me. Okay. What's your name?
Noah.
Noah. You playing the post a little bit?
Not really.
No, good, because you're not going to be a post man. But it's just in case you do on your Saturday team or wherever. If you wanted to receive the ball, Noah, where would it be? Show me exactly on the floor you want to get it. Right there? Yeah, that's a good spot. Why do you want it right there? Tell me why you want it.
It's a good angle.
Good angle. You can go left and go right. You can beat me any way you want. You get to choose how you beat me, right? Okay, so because I want to take away his choices on how to beat you, obviously. So my job as a defender, and the way we're going to do it tonight, and you guys might have different philosophies about how you defend the post. And that's fine. There's a lot of ways of doing it. This is just one, okay? And one of the things that we've done so far already with Melbourne United, we played a guy, Dujan Han, who was 300 pounds, 7'2", over in China. And he's a guy that we had to defend differently than we had to, Mohamed Bamba last week against Texas, who was a great athlete, but a little bit smaller in the body. So you choose different ways to combat different players. But we're going to talk about three-quarter in the post tonight, okay? So you're in the post. Give me your primest position right there, okay? Get down stance. Yeah, you offensive stance as well. So what I'm going to do here, and we've talked about sideline, baseline defense and how we want to influence the ball, those pressure points. It's very similar in the post as well. We want to influence the ball. You have to choose a way to win and choose a way to lose. So what I'm going to do is right now, is if I'm going to lose in a one-on-one out, it's going to be down the baseline, okay? So here, me standing right here, what I want to do to get this three-quarter, I want to get my knee right into your back of your thigh. Uncomfortable? You don't like that, do you? No, I didn't think you would. I don't really like it either. But I'm going to get right up here. I'm going to get good purchase right here. You notice I'm lower than you? And now I'm going to swing into the three-quarter right there, okay? So I've got my hips down and feeling that every moment of that being hips down on a cold night like this. But can you move? You want to push me up? Can I push you down? Keep going. Okay. It's hard to work on that, right? Okay. So my primary objective right there, firstly, is to get him out of his sweet point, which is indicated as right here on the box. Now, a bit bigger than me, a bit stronger. How am I going to do that? I'm going to do it by your leverage, okay? I'm not going to push you. I'm going to leverage my weight against you forcefully. How's that? Okay, so I've got my leg right here at the top. I'm going to bend that. Now, I'm a half stance right here, but I make it three-quarter with my hand in. Now, where are you going to get the ball? Right there. Good. So that's the only way I'm going to get beat in the post. Now, we set up our defense to make sure there's split line help. We set up our defense to make sure that there's pressure on the ball. Okay? Now, if you're an absolute giant, which you are, you're a big kid, and I'm a little guy, okay? We may not be, I might three-quarter you, but I can't move you because you're too strong. You're moving me up a little bit, and you're getting exactly where you want. One of the things I might like to do is white you or front you, okay? So I might go from this position, slip this arm, get my shoulder down low, my buttocks into you, and get both hands up. Uncomfortable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. It's uncomfortable for me too. Okay? So these are the ways that we want to defend the post. 3/4, or we widen if there's a severe disadvantage. You guys must be getting cold. 3 offensive players, guard position, point guard and 2 wings. I need a defender right here. I like this. You tough?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, so ball's right here. Where do you want to defend? Yeah, you can stand right here. Might be arm's distance. You might get a little bit of touch on that. The ball goes 45 up high. Ball gets reversed. What do you want to do? 3/4. Now bring that ball down just a little bit, below the 45. Now, a bit of a mismatch here. What do you want to do? Good. Nice job. And you want to make sure you're sitting on him, making him feel uncomfortable. Okay? Now what we're going to do with this drill, okay, is we're just going to start with the ball firing around the perimeter. Okay? Now as the ball goes from here to the point, okay, over to here, firstly you're going to be, now you're in split line defense, right? You've got responsibilities here. I love the rule that nothing gets across your chest. Nobody ever gets across your chest. Tough guys don't let people across their chest. Okay, so you guys might, because apparently you're not tough. Is that right? So we're going to take that little motto today. So you want to get the ball on the post and you want to get there as direct and quickly as possible and impose your size on this young man. Okay? I'm going to step in and be you for a second. Okay, so you're coming across. One thing I'm not going to let you, boom, got to open up the boom gate. Can't let you across my chest. Keep trying to go over. Keep trying to get over. Okay, I'm in my stance. Keep trying to get over. Okay, now you've given up. You say, well, I'm not getting to the post that way, so you go back the other way. Hold it. Slow-mo so I can demonstrate. Okay, so I'm in my stance right here. I can see ball. I've got touch on my man. You go back baseline. I feel you. Bang! Boom. Right there. Okay? We want to get as physical as we possibly can. Okay, and we were talking before about touches, physical touches. Great teams, half-court defenders, get lots of touches on their opponent. Okay, and you want to initiate the contact as much as possible. Okay, don't be the reactor in this. So you're coming across, you got to get it, go, good, bam, send you baseline behind me, good, bam, got you again, move into the post, and I'm starting to work you off the post. You can be physical with me. I'm old, I'm cold, but it's okay. Okay, so now I'm going to start working you off the post. Ball gets reversed, okay, and we do it again back to the other side. Okay, let's go, live one right here, let's see how we go. 3/4, good, good. Kick it out. Get across his chest. Up there. Nah, hold it. So keep your balance. Back it up. You're down, he comes across. Back, 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 back. Tries to come across, you're down in stance, get your hands up. See ball, see man. Keep on swivel, okay. Boom. You got him right there. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Now he comes behind. Whack him again. Good. Okay, little guy's got to get the waxing. Here we go. Start pushing him low, pushing him low. Good. Keep going. Good. Get across his chest. Don't let him across. Ah, hold. What do you get across there? Okay, so you be aggressive, be tough on this one. Hit him, force him behind you. You guys let him hit each other. Okay. Here we go. Good, working low. Nice, good. Keep your stance. Keep your hands out. Good. Hold that right there. Excellent, excellent. One of the things you want to do is you don't want to reach, you don't want to grab. Okay, but if you keep it down in your stance the whole time, you can use your forearms, the referee's not going to see you. Okay, you stay in your stance, good physicality. Let's go that. We're going to work that real quick. 2 guys in, 2 new guys in. Here we go. Go. Hold it. Woo. Ball's at the point. Don't walk into a drill, guys. Come on, it's cold. We got to get through some stuff. Let's go. Here we go. 3/4 of that. Good, physical, physical. Reverse, good. Open up. See ball, see man. Nothing across your chest. Good. Fire him down. Good. Ball reversal, open up. See man, see ball, fire him down, good, hold it. Kill side. Where do you want the ball? Yeah, hold it. Answer me, where do you want the ball?
On the block.
Okay, how much are you prepared to fight for that position?
A lot.
Okay, you are?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it right now, okay? I want to see you battle him for that position.
Yeah.
I love the way you're going about it. You should have said, yeah, I'm tough. Here we go. Go, 3/4 of that, good, reverse it, open up, see ball, see man. Nothing across your chest, there you go, you want that position now. Good. Open up. Good. Hold that up. 3/4. Good. Rotate. Here we go. Next 2 guys in. Go. Hustle up, guys. Don't walk. Let's roll. Good. Nothing across your chest. Nothing. Don't give him an inch. Good. Hold it. Okay, we're not going to play baseline on that one. Okay, so you got to get your work done there. Like, sit down here, get it go high, get it force behind, good, now I'm good. Right there. Okay, here we go. Three quarter. Good. Reverse it, open up the ball, see man, nothing across your chest. Good, force him behind, that's it, work him low now. Good work. Go again, one more time. Nothing across your chest. Good, work him low, good. Oh, yeah, keep him there, good. Reverse it. Open up, see ball, see man. Nothing across your chest. Good, next two in, let's go, hustle. Go. Last one here, guys. Here we go. Good, reverse it. Open up, see ball, see man. Nothing across your chest, send him behind you, good. 3/4 that. Well, leg over the top, good. Open up, see ball, see man. Nothing across the chest, work him low. Hold that. Good job. Now, you're coaching guys and girls on your Fridays, Saturdays, whenever it is, Tuesday, Thursday, whenever you're coaching. You're seeing that level of physicality. Are you commanding that level of physicality? Does it look like a foul to you? They ask for referees in the house with a foul. Looks like just two good combatants right there to me. Let's get two more on the lot. Two more post players right here. No, stay here. You guys are on the floor still. Love the way you work. Ball's right here at the point. Okay. Now there's a multitude of ways that we can defend the box-to-box screen. Okay. Now, in the NBL, if we send a guy, we don't let guys across our chest. So let's get the ball over here. You go 1, 2. He doesn't get it. You reverse. Open up. Set a screen across. Okay. If we send a guy baseline on that, and you bump, and you're fighting over the top, go. You come up high, it's catch and shoot right there, it's drop dead, okay? Guys are going to kill us on that, okay? But on a Friday night, that's not as prevalent. On a Saturday morning, that's not as prevalent, okay? You can incorporate team rules into this that can help you. It helps with the engagement of the kids to follow a pattern and to be familiar with something, to have a rule. So let's back that one back here. Okay, 3/4 of the post. I'm going to give you a 2 count and you've got to get out. Well, believe me, if a guard don't give it to you inside 1, 2, you ain't getting it. It ain't coming your way. So you've got to get out of there and create for your teammates. You're a split line defense, get a stance. Otherwise, you've got to call us up. Not in stance, then you tell me you're tired. Okay? You got to look like you want to play. You're down your weak side post, like, all right, man, come get me. I got 2 coming my way. Okay? 1, 2, screen. Hold it right there. Now, again, these aren't our rules at Melbourne United, but these are rules that can be very effective on a Friday night. No one can try and get across my chest. You're screening me now, okay? Across my chest, bam! Can't get across my chest. Why? Because that's our rule. Nothing's across your chest, right? So I'm going to send you baseline. Okay, so as the screen comes, you come up high, try and get there. Boom, not there, you go the other way. Okay, bump. Good. As you see when I've come up, I've straddled that leg straight away, got my boom out, hit him. Okay, now he's gone baseline, you get a little hit in there. Good. Just enough to knock him a little bit lower. And now I'm coming into the scene again. I'm coming to the post. Where you want it? Right here? Now I'm 3/4. Okay, so let's get that action in. Okay, cross screen, get over. You've got to swim your arm across. So you're down in stance, you feel it, he's coming high, bam, feel the screen right there, swim that leg and arm through, you're ready to rock and roll. Okay, here we go. Good, bump, recover, back to yours. Back in stance, good. Ball gets reversed. Here we go. Kick it around the horn. Here we go. 3/4 that, good. 1, 2, not there. Setting base, good. Oh, you're comfortable already over the top. Okay, he's going to knock him down for you. Okay? Yeah. Go again. 1, 2, screen away, over the top, good, bump, good, recover. 1, 2, reverse it, quick, reverse. 1, 2, screen away, get over the top, yep, good, recover. 1, 2, 3/4, hold that right there. Okay, so you can add to that. Okay, we're 1-on-1 down there, now we go 2-on-2. We can make it 3-on-3. Let's get off the floor for a second. Get a match up over here. Now we're going to move guys to the perimeter as well. My lone offensive player here, okay? Ball starts here. You know, Justin just talked to you about on-ball defense. Yep, good. Got 1, 2 in the post, not there. Kick it across. Okay, hold it. You're going to set a back screen right now. Okay? So what do you got to do? Hold it. Yeah, you got to call it. Okay? You're going to get crushed if you don't call it. Okay? He's jumped to the ball. He sees man. Okay? You got screen back screen coming. Okay? Get over. Whatever your terminology is. Okay, you're going to fight over. Okay, you make your cut. You're fighting over, get a little bump in there. Good, you're out to the wing. Good. And we're going to make contact as quickly as possible. That's your man right here. Yep. Contact as quickly as start doing your early work. Okay, kick the ball out to the wing. 1, 2, screen away. Good. Fight over the top. Arm and leg, swim it. Nothing across your chest. Good. Set him behind you. Good. Get a bump in there. Recover. Out to the other side. Not there. Good. Kick it. Back screen. Call it. Get over the top. Yep. Good. Nice. 1, 2, 3/4 that. Screen away. Hold it. Bring him across. Nothing across your chest. Slowed it down. Good. Bump. Working wide. Okay. So we've just added a third person into that. So we can run it 1-on-1, 2-on-2, or 3-on-3 in that. Okay. How are we doing for time there, Dean? Got 10 minutes? All right, good. Okay. Anyone got any questions with regards to that? No? We're all clear? Yeah, and you can build that up as much as you want. Okay? And you don't have to go by these principles. You might want to send everything baseline. You might send everything over the top. Whatever it is, it's fine. You might want to defend the post from the baseline. Force everything to the middle, whatever your rules are. This is a drill that you can kind of play with to suit whatever it is your rules are. Get my man over here with the ball. I need 2 guards, one in the deep corner, one here at the 45. I need an offensive player. You going to be a bruiser for me? Yeah. You going to get physical, beat up on me? Good. Here we go. You're running in transition. Okay, this is a drill. I hope I didn't rush through those last drills because I wanted to get through those so I can get to this because I love this drill. This is a little bit stolen. There's bits and pieces stolen this from every coach that ever walked the earth and added a little bit and sort of amalgamated to make my own little drill. It's called the 8-point defensive drill. Stolen from the 7-point, which I think was stolen from the 6-point. So we just added to it a little bit each time. Okay, so what we're going to work on is where we start playing defence from the post as a post defender. Firstly, my responsibilities are not just here. My responsibilities are also over here. So I'm going to make sure that out of transition, I'm down in my stance and I'm seeing ball and I'm seeing man. Okay, you're going to come down in transition, I'm seeing man. Boom! Okay, I want to make sure that I'm staying in stance. I've still got my hands up, but I'm unleashing the boom on you. Right there. You're going to try and get over my chest. Never getting over there. Sorry, mate. Go behind me. Man, boom! Got another hit on you, haven't I? Yeah. Okay, back it up. Do you like getting hit? No. You like hitting? Sort of. Yes, I love hitting guys. I'm a big guy and I love hitting guys. Okay, that's human nature. We don't want to get hit. None of us want to get hit. We don't mind doing a little hit, release a little bit of tension, anger. Okay, but defensively, we want to unleash as much boom as we can. So I'm down stance. We're going down. You're going into the post. Where do you want to receive the ball, by the way? Show me. Well, show me. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so that's why I'm getting the early hit on you. Because you're bigger than I am. Relatively speaking. So I want to get a hit in there to slow you down. So here we go. Good. You're not going across my chest, man. You're all down. Once again, you've got 3/4 of the post in. Okay, that's 45. Now I'm going to go. I might swim back like this and stay there. But for the sake of this drill, we're fronting here, the ball gets kicked on the flight of the ball, I'm coming back into this position. Ball gets released. Next point, I'm in split line defense right here. You're going to try and get across me. Boom! Unleash the boom. Okay? You're going to work behind me. Going to get back into you. Hold it. Hit good. Work you up the block. I'm going to let the ball go in. Okay? You're going to drop step baseline. Okay? Drop this, put the ball on the floor. I'm going to wall that. Okay? You're going to kick the ball back out. You're going to skip the ball over this side. I'm going to open up on the flight of the ball. You're going to shoot a 3. Back. Okay? You shoot a 3. Yep. And as that ball goes up, Dean was talking about how we played together 20 odd years ago. We were really fortunate to play under Brett Brown together. And Brett Brown used to say there's only one time in basketball that you're allowed to turn your head on the ball. And whilst I believe just about everything that man says, I think there's 2. He used to say the one time you can turn your head on the basketball is when someone comes back door for that split second and then recover. I think when you're a weak side rebounder, you can turn your head on the ball. See about a bit. Stance. Shot goes up. I'm happy to turn my head off, away from the ball, locate you. You're going to come in for an offensive rebound. Boom! Bang! I'm going to box you out. And that finishes the drill. Okay? Go back to starting points. It's kind of a long drill. 8-point defensive drill. Get lots of post hits in, lots of post defense in. Let's see if we can get through it. First point, let's go at half pace. Hit. Good. Set him behind. 3/4 that. Work him off the box. Hold it. Keep my man going. Way too quick. Okay? You got to the 45. You're looking at him up there. Take it below the 45. Wipe that. Good. Hands up. Good. Ball back to the point. Swing on. Yep. Good. Ball comes across here. Hold it. Yep. You're in split line. Go across. Get into the point you want. Nothing across your chest. Good. Send him low. Work him low. He gets the ball. Let him have it. Drop step. Wall it. Kick it back out. Skip pass. Open up. Shoot the ball. Box out. Good shot. Okay. If it's possible, could you possibly miss? Okay. So that's half pace. Let's go through that one full pace, and then we'll get 2 new guys in. Here we go. Good. Up there. Wipe that. Good. Over the top. Cover. Split line. Nothing across your chest. Good. Force him light. Good. Work him light. Drop step. Not there. Wall it. Good. Kick it back out. Skip. Open up the ball. Shot goes up. Box him. Get into him. That's yours. Good. 2 new guys on. Let's go. Hustle. Woo. Block. Here we go. All right. Go. No. You're going to the post, man. You got to try and get into the post. Yep. This guy's going to beat up on you. You're crash test dummy right now. Okay? You ready? Go. Hold it. Standing on ranges. Oh my lord. What's this right here? Anyone get on that? Anyone going to get past you on that? No one's getting past your chest. Meet him with the boot. Let's go one more time. Nice cut. Good job. Good. Send him behind. Let's go behind. You got to take the easy. There you go. Good. 3/4 that. Wide it. Good. Kick it back. Keep over the top. Hook. Your happy feet. Stay over there. Okay. You ready? Down stance. Hard cut into the strong side post. Don't leave him across your chest. Good. Send him behind. Good. Receive it. Drop step baseline. Wall it. Come back out. Skip it. Box. Don't let him have it. Okay. Hold this up. Primary reason for doing this drill is for defense. Secondary is for, we always do it for offense. Okay? One thing we won't do is throw a skip pass like this. Okay? That's hanging in the air way too long. And as you guys grow up and become better athletes, if you're down like here, okay, and that's hanging in the air, you're picking that off every time. Okay, this weak side defense, they're out there ready to play. They see that thing hanging in there. That's a dunk on ESPN tomorrow night. Okay, you're on Sports Centre. All right, so make sure on offense, we're playing our positions. We catch that ball in triple threat. We open up the basket. We make snappy passes around the perimeter. Okay, we do everything we would as if we're playing it as an offensive drill. Okay, let's go again. Same 2 guys. Full pace this time. I ain't helping out the defense now. Nothing across the chest. Recover. 3/4. Good. Wide. Yep, you're good. Nothing there. Weak side defense. Nothing across your chest. Good. Send him behind you. Nice. Let him have it. Drop step. Good. Kick it back out. Open up the ball. Good. Shot goes up. Go get him. You shoot way too well for this drill. Next 2 in. Let's go. Hustle up. Hold it. Over here. Kill sides don't shoot the ball well, do they, Justin? That's what I hear. Let's switch it up. Hawthorn Magic are way too nice from the perimeter. You ready? Here we go. Meet him, armbar, good. Nothing to the front, good. Send him behind, white on. You got to white that. So take that ball below the 45, keep your dribble alive. Okay, white it, good. Nothing there, kick it back out front, recover on the fly to the pass. Good, nothing across your chest, open up the boom, hit him again. Good, hold it. Oh. What's your club? Keeler. Now I know they breed them tough out north. Okay, and I know you guys like to hit. Okay, I grew up in the north too. All right, so when you got 3/4 that one, okay, sorry, when you open up that way and you stand and you force him behind, bang, into his hip. Start driving. Okay, here we go. Go again. Using our forearms in our stance, you won't get any calls against you. Open up, good. Nothing across that chest, good. Keep going, keep playing. Drop step, wall it, good. Keep back out, open up on the slide of the ball, yep, good. Shot goes up, box. Oh. Nice job, Coach Shaw. Next 2 in. I need a guy. I might do this myself. Here we go. Dean on Rangers. We're like an AFL team here. If you kick a goal, we send you to the bench. Here we go. Hold it. Ooh. You tired? You tired, right? No one going to get sub? Want sub? Anyone want sub? You want sub? No, we'll get in the stance in. Here we go. Come on. Take it lower. Wide it. Good. Beautiful. He ain't tired. Open up. Nothing across your chest. Send him behind you. Good battle. Let him have it. Drop step baseline. Take it. Wall. Okay, open up on the fly to the ball. Hold it. Oh, now, this is a defensive drill. You were perfect, by the way. Great job. Get down stance. Now, how do you want to get the ball? You don't want to wrestle with him. He's bigger than you. Okay, so you want to be elusive. So instead of coming out and saying, come on, man, let's get an offensive rebound and watch the ball sail over your head because he's wrestled you and he's stronger than you, be elusive. Stay around here. Make him come find you. I'm going this way, I'm going that way. Okay? Here we go. Ball's back here. Skip it. Shoot! Almost what I'm looking for. Just hit the rim. Next 2. Let's go. Last one. I need something in between. Here we go. Stance. Meeting good. Send him over the top. I love the fight and combativeness of the Cobras. Nothing across your chest. Oh, well, that went quickly. Good. Let him have it. Good. Drop step baseline. Good. Wall it. Good. Stay in stance. Go get him. Now, sometimes hold that up. I would let you play one-on-one from there because you got an offensive rebound. Sometimes you do everything right and you fail. Okay, you did everything right. There's a long rebound over that side. In the real world, probably got a defender here, playing a line. You've wrestled your man, he comes over the top and gets it. But this ain't the real world, okay? So you'd have to play one-on-one from there. That's kind of a long, convoluted drill. Lots of pieces to it, okay? Anyone got any questions? So we can sort of nip in the bud right now. Anyone see themselves using that? If I was an under 14s coach, I'd say, damn right you can teach that in under 12s. You know what? You break it down. I think you can teach the first one about just 3/4 in the post. You might be able to teach a little kid about how to white the post. The rest of it might be just, periods of sort of growth. But no, probably a little bit too beyond under 12s just yet. But you know what? And this is the thing I have about little kids. Throw it at them. See what sticks. We underestimate our little kids way too much. They're a lot smarter. They're devious. They're a lot smarter than we give them credit for. So just because we don't think they can handle it doesn't mean they can't. Throw it out there, see what happens. See how much of it you can get away and craft a drill that may not work to the level you're coaching at, but you can massage it into something that's tangible and it can help the kids. Okay? Anything else? No, it's not a push. I told you before, it's not a push. It's I'm leveraging my weight against the opposition. Okay? So if I'm down in stance and if someone comes across and I've got my hands up the whole time and all of a sudden it's just there and I wear that, okay? I know the contact's coming, I can kind of brace and just hit. I'm going to keep my hands up the whole time. If I've got my hand, if I start doing like this and reaching and clawing and pawing at the guy, I'm going to get that. But maybe because I didn't play a lot of defence, but I never fouled out of games. And this is the way we had to play. Okay? So I don't think it's a foul. I think if you keep your stance and you're ready to step and you get small steps and you really work and you keep leverage, you'll be okay. Just don't push, don't reach, don't hold, and if you lose contact with someone, don't run into someone. You've got to creep into them. Anything else? There's another hand. Yeah.
So when would you do that? Once they learn the drill or?
You always want them speaking, but I think when you're trying to teach something new, you may as well bring in where you want, what sort of talk you want in that. Okay? Straight off the bat. Straight off the bat. So, yeah, there's not a lot of talk in this one. You can throw some dialogue in there, but because there's only one defender, he's not really communicating with his teammates that much. But you might say, 3/4, 3/4, 3/4. I don't know if you use that. Not many teams would. But you might say, split, 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 shot, box. You can definitely, if you've got a team that's a little bit quiet and you want to get a little cadence going, by all means, bring it in. Anything else? Yeah.
What's stopping the, casters going over the back, over the top?
We're not teaching the. So when I say with 3/4, the ball goes to the point, we open up, the ball goes over here, and we're in split line. What's stopping it going over? Oh, when we're fronting the post. Okay. Team defence. This guy's helping. Okay, making sure he's passing over hand, so anything that goes over the top is going to hang in the air. Split line defence right here. So if he's posting up, fronting right there, I'm going to overplay on that split line defence. So you would engage your team when there's a white situation to overplay maybe a step. Okay? So yeah, sorry I didn't explain that. That's a really good question. Everybody understand that? Yeah, great question. That's it? All right. Okay. Come down, you're on offense. I get the boom on you for a bit. Okay. Boom, 1. We're trying to get that guy above the free throw line if we can. Okay, so then boom, boom. That's number 1. There's a ball. If you come into the post, okay, I'm going to stay in my stance, but I'm too old and tired right now. 3/4 post is the second one as you come below the 45. White is the third one. Okay, as the ball gets kicked, run it over, run it over. Okay, good. So as the ball's going through the air and we get back to playing the lane line right here. Good. Open up, I'm on split line, you're coming across. Boom, right there. There's 5. Ball's down here. 6 in the white, 6 in the 3/4. As you drop step. 7 on the wall. Kick it back out. Open up. And the 8th one's right here. Box out. Okay? Everyone get that? You can make it 9, 10, 11. You can put all sorts of different numbers in there. I'd love it if you guys just actually say, I can do that better. Make this a 5-point drill, but more concise and more to the point. Go and play with the drills. Make them your own. That's it. I'll hand you over to the main event.
All right, last one here. If we're good, we can knock this out in 20 minutes, depending on how good you guys are. All right, hey, defending, middle on ball, to me, is one of the toughest things to do in the game. The reason being is being in the middle of the floor that you have a lot of options. We've done a good job, and these lines are fantastic for us. And we're going to tape them on the Sandringham court where we practice. But this is pretty much the perfect line for us because anything inside of this line and that line in that cylinder right now is a middle on ball for us. Anything that's outside of this line, we're a blue or a push team, and so we're keeping everything out of the middle and directing things sideline. So lucky that we've got nice little tram tracks for you guys to come in here. All right, come right in. Let's have white on offense right now, blue on defense, and we'll just walk through. What I'm going to give you is kind of 3 different communications, and you kind of hopefully pick the one that makes sense to you. One that made sense to me over the last few years, my team haven't really liked, and I always go back because at the end of the day, they've got to get it done on the floor, and it's what they're comfortable with. But at some stage, there'll be a team that agrees with me about how I see the middle on ball. This first one, and this is a little bit how the Spurs treat their middle on ball. So, but firstly, your pressure on the basketball is paramount. All right, the amount of pressure that you can put him under and not allow him, you know, he'll get good at some stage in being able to get separation and get away from you and create good angles for the screen to be used. One of the toughest ones is this sprint screen straight up the middle. All right, and then now becoming a late flip. So whether you flip it this way or whether you flip it this way becomes pretty tough to guard because you don't know what's coming. He's not quite sure which way or which side you're going to set it on, and so we've got to have a communication that works for everybody. All right, so the Spurs right now in this situation is to say, and we're going to say our mush is our default right now. So if we come up and I'm defending this one, and right now, if I'm the Spurs, sorry, I'll go back. If I'm the Spurs, I'm just yelling screen, screen, screen. All right, 3 times loud, and it's got to happen before this foul line. All right, as soon as you hear that communication from me, you're going to push him in a direction that you want him to go. All right, so I'm sure in the NBA they would have given individual scouts to say, you're guarding Derrick Rose, whoever right here, and you want to push him to his right hand. So you've jumped to a side and directed him where you want him to go. And now I've got to play off you, which is a little bit different to a lot of the other communications that we have. So I've yelled screen, 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 and now I'm in what I call a flat mush. So it's connected and it's just below the level. You're fighting over the top. Keep coming. Come with your dribble. All right, you're fighting over, trying to bust through that as best you can. You're moving out of it, and I'm staying at the same level as you, and your job is to get back to square. All right, so you start in a square stance, and as soon as you can get back to square and say square, you're okay. And we're just playing 2-on-2 in the middle of the floor. All right? You guys ready to play?
Yeah.
So what are you going to say?
Screen, screen, screen.
And he's going to direct it. And then after that, so the next communication is I just want to hear you say mush right now. All right, because that's our default. So just to get into the point of the screen, mush, being wide. And the things that hurt you right now, the passes that can hurt you, is this pocket pass. So again, as you play people, you're playing him a little bit for the pocket pass, you're playing with his hand for the outside pass, and then you're starting to read his eyes a little bit about where he's going to throw it. All right, here we go.
Screen, screen, coming.
Good job. Love the last part of it. All right, so this first part again, your ability to stay at the level of your guy. So you're pretty aggressive. And watching Barcelona was a team that I studied over the last few years, that not only would they get to the level of the screen, all right, just you're a screener right now, not only would they get to a level of screen, but they'd attack the basketball. And it's one of those lunges that you say it's dangerous, all right, but if you get good at it, and as he comes off and you attack the basketball, and then come with your outside hand to go to that one to say, all right, now he has to pick it up and be a little bit, less aggressive with it and try and throw over the top. All right, go one more time with this group.
Screen, screen, screen.
Good, drop to the level. All right, great, hand pressure. Next 2. Come back. I'm going to say go just for the point of saying go right now. All right, then as soon as you hear go from me, all right, you're on a live dribble. All right, you're just trying to find a point. All right, so you're defending it. It's go. You're defending it, and as soon as you hear screen, what are you going to do? Yeah, you're going to angle him a little bit. And again, don't angle him like this. All right, so go from here to here. All right, now you're on his hip, and it's hard for him to come this way, and you're directing him to a point. All right, then you're trying to get back to square. All right, ready, go. Good, get back to square. All right, so again, that little pocket pass got through. But you guys have done a good job defensively if you've made them go outside these lanes. So when you do this 2-on-2, go ahead and set up some cones and say, you know, if they're going outside of that area, you've already had a win. Because if I'm defending this guy on the wing right here, I'm green line and sitting down here. And so anything that comes through here, right now I can go get a piece of. Or that half step early and making your one-way closeout, depending on what kind of shooter you're defending there. Here we go. Ready? Go. Get back to square, get back to square. Good. And you can see all the things just come back. We'll go in a bit of slow-mo right here. Just come to here. Come to about white line. And your job is to get back in front. So you just got to keep picking that spot, all right, and slide and get your chest, just like Justin was showing you before, to go ahead and take that on the chest. You're going from this stance here where you're playing two in active hands, that it gets to a point, if you can stop him by that baby free throw line or yellow line, so as you feel square from him, that you shift, keep coming, and you wall him up here and stop him getting to that charge circle. If both of you can make that wall by there, at that point, you're in good shape. All right, go one more time. You're really passive about the way that you say screen right now. All right, they've got to hear it up the top there. Go. Good. I would live with that one. Go, next two. Whoa, I'm telling you, go. Ball, and then you're going to shift. Go. All right, so did you deter the basketball at all when it came off? No. Go back. Come up, set your screen where you set it. So you pick that shoulder. All right, so this is you here. Okay? You want him outside of that lane there. You don't want him to cross back in the middle. So again, you're touching right here. You want to deter him getting back to the middle of the floor, push things to the outside, keep it out of the middle. All right? Again, if you're good enough, have a go at it. Attack the basketball. Go. All right, did you get back to square? Did you go? And then there's a whole communication all the way through. All right, as you're coming back, and you're going to know whether you get there. Because if you don't get there, what happens? By this time right here, by this line, if you haven't got back in front of him, what do you think should happen? Switch. Yeah, come to where you are. All right, so this is we use the foul line as our line of switch. All right, so if you're still behind him at this point right now, we need you to take it, yell switch, bang, take it, and you got to take his legs out because you're a guard on a big right now, so you got to run in here, take the legs out, and just start boxing him out straight away. All right, here we are. Go. All right, we keep committed to the ball, two people for too long. All right, if you can do some work early, then you can recover and go. Yeah. All right, next two. Last one of these ones. Go. Good. Square. Very good, very good. All right, and did you think you could steal that? You didn't think so? I thought you had a great opportunity as you saw him pick it up at that area right now, and now you start playing with that outside hand as you recover. All right, I thought you could have picked that one off. All right, good. Next two. You guys keep swapping offense and defense so we know what's going on. All right, so that's the Spurs. Pretty simple. All right, it's one communication in to say that there's a screen coming, and now it's on the guards, all right, which is different to pretty much everything else that we do. Most of our communications, tell the guards what's happening, all right. So the one that I kind of liked, but the boys don't like, is the reason I like it is to just say left or right, all right? Because when we scout, we talk about, let's push this guy to his left hand, or let's push this guy to his right hand, and push him to his weakness. And so as I coach that, I believe that players should be able to see that, but players don't really see the basketball. So if you're defending this guy, or let me be you for a second, and we said right, to me, that was being able to just be able to push him to his right hand, and because that's the way we coach it. But now, often we go with the opposite way. Just come back a few steps. Come back, come on. Set a screen on me. All right. So traditionally, all right, as you run up, and I'm here, and the screen is coming, what would you say? Left. You would say screen left? Yeah. So screen on my left side. And this is what my team is far more comfortable with. They want to know which side the screen is coming from, all right, and play it from that position. So now they hear left, and so he shifts him to his right, bang, and we get into our mush from this way. All right. So we'll go with that one right now. All right. So whichever way you're yelling left or right. So go, sprint. All right. Now you're yelling right or left. Yeah. Got it? Yeah. All right. Here we go. All right. I hope that's no indication that that's the one we've chosen. It's not going to be as good as the other one. Here we go. Next two. I'm saying go. You're saying right or left before the line. All right. So just walk through this one. There's a scenario here. So yo one. Left. Left. So you shift him. He gets up here. All right. And now, no. Just wait. And now he's a smart guy. All right. Because we've yelled that fairly early. And now you're smart enough to go flip it to the other side. All right. You guys stay. No. You guys stay in it. So you just keep him going that way. All right. Because you got him locked in. And then we can still recover out of this. If he's good enough to now use this screen, which you have to be really high, all right, to make this screen effective, we just want you to spin under, all right? Get back in front, you're dropping to an area, all right, helping him out, and then you're rolling on the rim, all right? So it's kind of like a blue on a 45. Once you have them trapped in an area going one way, don't you adjust to them all the time. You try and keep them locked into what you're doing, all right? Here we go. Go.
Left.
I'm scared about 2 layups already, Just. Here we go, next group. All right, answer me the question, why have we just given up 2 layups? Yep, maybe talk. Or maybe our guys have got better right hands than they've got left hands. All right, so again, when we go into scouting, you know, most of the time we'll have a direction that we want people to go. So you guys try and work out in your head, the guy that just made a layup, going right hand, next time he comes off, we probably don't want him to go to his right hand. All right, here we go. Go again. So right now, Popovich's screen, you don't need to say, you just need to say left or right. All right, loud and early before he gets past that line. Go. All right, go back. All right, so were you listening? All right, so you've got to keep him locked in. So if you called left, right?
Yeah.
And then you called
Right.
right. So let's just keep him locked in.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
All right, and now if he gets over the top of that one, you can just go and help a little bit, and then he can spin under. All right, here we go. Go. All right, go back. You guys need some work on this one. Do a walk through.
Oh, left.
Left. So he's going. So now he shifts. All right, and you're on his hip. Papa, you're on his hip. All right, get out. You're on his hip. And your job is to not get screened and to get back as square as possible as you can. So as he goes off the screen, you've got to, and I'm you right now, so as he goes, I'm shifting up and in and to go ahead and get through, all right? If you get caught by a screen and you have to get behind, all right, and go, we can deal with that one sometimes. As long as you've got on that hip and you've tried to bust through as quick as you can. Yeah. Then if it's 7'2" versus, 6 foot, sometimes you want to avoid that screen and you can't bust through every one of them. Yeah. All right. Your job, get out and be wide and stop this thing right here, and then stay at the level of your man and keep sinking back and dropping. Yeah. All right. Got it?
Yeah.
Go.
Left.
What'd you think? Should you switched it?
Yeah.
Should have switched it. Go ahead. Switch. Take out his legs. Come and help him. Not bad. All right, keep moving through. All right, the last one. We'll have a go with it. So now you're saying right or left, all right, whichever one you hear right now is the direction that the ball's going to go. You got that? So this is a total flip of mindset. All right, so he yells right, use his right hand. Okay. Go the other way. All right, we'll just challenge your brain a little bit right now. Go back further. Real early communication. Go. Good finish. Next two. All right. Yeah, this is a challenge for your brain right now, because I can see you thinking about it running up, right? So just think about the basketball. Is it going to go to the left or the right? Which way do you want the basketball to go? Okay, one more time. Yell it early. Go. Square. Take it on the chest. All right, pretty good, pretty good. Rotate through. We'll do one more of these, and then we'll move on. You got it? Left or right? Right. Go back, go back, go back. Do it again. So if he yells right, you're pushing him to his right hand. He yells left, you're pushing him to his left hand. Go. Switch. Good job, great finish. All right, good job. Next two in. All right, if you guys had a preference right now, Popovich, left or right screen, which side it's on, left and right, pushing it to a hand. Which one do you feel either look better, or what do you feel you would coach? I want to hear opinions. First one, you liked it? Why? Yeah, I thought it did definitely look like it worked better. Yeah. Anyone of different opinion?
I'd say the hand pushing them through. I mean, obviously right now it's different for the kids, but more sense.
Yeah, it's easy for a coach. All right, and so we had the conversation today with the team when they went to option 2 about which side the screen is being set on. All right, that when I talk in a timeout, you guys have to be able to transfer information. So if I'm saying we're pushing him to his left hand, you guys have got to transfer that to be able to make the right calls about which side they're setting the screens on. All right, but I liked, because in not too many of our other ones in the Popovich or the Spurs one right now, is that the guard doesn't just feel like they're out on an island either, because when you don't know what's coming behind you and you're just pressuring it, but you're kind of sensing, feeling something, as soon as it's said screen, you feel like you've got some influence about where you want the basketball to go in the middle of the floor. All right? Yep.
Essentially just the same as the third one, except the guard knows which is the weak hand to begin with.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I think I like that one better, because again, it's not a decision. or it's not a cross decision about what you hear versus the way that you jump a little bit. All right. Hey, there's 3 different types of middle on ball. This is to me the hardest one to deal with. When it's straight static in the middle of the floor, maybe a last play of a quarter, a 10-second shot clock, and they've just sat themselves in the middle of the floor, and you only get about 3 or 4 a game. All right, or most teams. Because most of your other middle on ball action is going to come out of a motion to middle on ball. So you might circle a 2-guard out for a catch, and now there's a screen coming the other way. Or he's come off a double stagger to the middle of the floor, and then there's a 5-man running back into it. And so you have more opportunities where there's more of a direction about where the screen's coming from. The flat middle on ball up the middle and just flipping in directions, all right, to me is the hardest one. But if you can work out the communication that you like for your team, and again, what we like might not be what the majority of the group likes. All right, but I think at a junior level, at under 14s, under 16s, you have a much better chance of dictating about how you want that communication done. All right. The only other one that we would have put in today in just dealing with this one is screen come. If there was a screen this high on the floor, all right, and you don't get too many that are above the yellow line, but if you get screens, and what we've said is it's about a metre right now, so about this distance right here, so a step and the green line, anything at that area, you have the ability to go underneath as well. So we use the term fire, both on a 45 and in the middle of the floor. So in a fire, and that's all you've got to yell right now, fire, you're going underneath, all right? And maybe you have to deal with a rescreen now as well. Maybe they end up dropping it to the lower level, and now you would just go back to your standard communications, whatever it was for you to say, screen left to screen right, and pushing it that way. All right. Good job. Give these guys a clap. All right. When Simon's kind of our lead scout, so when he puts his scouting report together, I'll read everything. I'm diligent. I'll go ahead and read everything that's on the scout. But the things I'll look at the most are how are we defending middle on ball, how are we defending 45 on ball, how are we defending the post. All right. Are we doubling anyone in the post, in the middle of the floor, on the 45, or does everybody have the ability to stay with our standard rules? Which way are we directing people with our individual scout? And so again, only this area of the floor, from blue line to blue line, to me, the individual scouts really matter. Outside of this, we're system-based, and the level of aggressiveness will be to the talent level that we're playing against and the talent level of us. So what I mean by that is to say we've got a Jerome Randall coming at us on a 45 on ball, and we say we're living with mid-range pull-ups. Well, we're dropping to a lower level and we're giving him that kind of shot there, contested from the guard. All right. But if it's someone else that we say not a great passer, really good shooter, we just want to get it out of his hands, it's better, we'll come and be more aggressive from the low side and make him be a passer. And I guess that's the challenge for you guys right now is as you scout opponents about where is your default? Is it somewhere in the middle, as I've talked about, in aggressiveness, in that flat show, mush area? Are you a team that wants to get out and show everything? Are you a team that's sitting back a little bit more? So once you work out what your middle level is, all right, and then you'll work out, we're down 20, we're down 15 right now, we got to be ultra aggressive. Or we got a guy in foul trouble and he doesn't move very well, we can sit him back a little bit more and go ahead and protect the rim. All right, so understanding the talents of your own team and what you're capable of, understanding the talents of your opponents, and then trying to figure out a system that works the best together is something that we're trying to get done with our on-ball defence. Any questions? Hey, thank you for attending. We've played these pre-season games, and I know we played at Nuttawading. There's not a massive attendance there, but it's sold out in a day. We go to Casey, it's 1,500, and it sells out in a day. We play China and we get 6,500 to a game that doesn't mean anything. You come to a coaching clinic, you get 135 coaches turning up on a Monday night when it's freezing cold. To me, I'm just feeling this swell here in stadiums having 15 courts here and 15 courts there, and you just didn't hear about any of that kind of stuff in New Zealand. Even though I looked at their high school game the other day, their finals, and they had 2,000 people to a high school final. There's a swell going on with basketball. My kids are still in Sydney. They're travelling down after they finish the school year. They're 8 and 10, and they're just starting to play a little bit of hoop. And then I'm starting to talk to parents, and they're like, the average travel is 90 Ks on a Friday night or whatever it is. So I applaud every one of you, because I'm thinking my girls are playing domestic basketball for a little while until they get good enough to play reps. So I commend you guys for travelling around the country, putting all those Ks in, putting in all that work in on the weekend. And I hope you get the rewards from it that you do, to see someone get better, to see your team get better, see your parents go ahead and enjoy the development of their child, and hopefully you get the rewards of seeing a kid make a state team, or hopefully further on make a higher level as well. So congratulations to you. Our practices are open every day, so 10 o'clock. If you want to come in and sit up in the stands in Sandringham, you are more than welcome, and then to come down and have a chat afterwards about whatever you see. But again, all I ask of you is that you don't talk to Trevor Gleeson or Andrew Gaze or whoever if you come to one of our practices, and hopefully it's just for your own benefit. So thank you very much.